Hi Aries, this is going to be your mid-July reading. It's good for any placement of Aries in your natal chart. As always, keep in mind this is a general message, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches. If this doesn't hit it for you, Aries, try watching readings on this channel for other placements in your natal chart. You could find the messages that you need there instead, or in addition to this message about different parts of your life. If you would like to book a private reading with me, however, that isn't general, but it's personal and just one-on-one for you, the link to my website to schedule a private reading with me is down in the description below this video. I've been reading for a lot of Aries lately. I love it. I'm a Libra. You guys are right across the wheel from me. So I really like reading for you. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for you. Right now, it's Soma Chandra Aries. Aries, this looks like kind of a tough, intense reading. But I kind of think you guys are, some of you are kind of going through a dark night of the soul, or you're being kind of triggered right now by some stuff going on around you, but you are in a place of growth and you are on the right path. You're breaking patterns. I can see it. I can see that you have, what came out of my first oracle deck for you is growth, boundaries, and at the bottom of the deck is self-love. I see protection here as well. You're also having some massive realizations about some stuff. Have faith. Aries, you're protected right now. Spirit knows you feel like you need protection at this time. You are being taken away. You are being cared for. You are being protected. You are very focused on loving yourself. And I think you love yourself so much right now that you feel like you need to put yourself in a bubble and set some really healthy boundaries with people. I see the beginnings of light work. You know, we have shadow work and then we have light work. And the light work comes when we start to try to recognize things that are wrong for us and set healthy boundaries. So it feels like it's like you're being triggered by something to pull you back into a shadow side of yourself, in particular with relationships, but you have good boundaries. You're in a phase of growth. With your growth, you don't have time for certain bullshit because you love yourself too much. To illuminate it on the surface, what you're going to be doing mid-July is release, disconnect and relax, regret unhealthy patterns, but you are on the right path. I think that you are regretting some of your unhealthy patterns in the past. We all have some regrets, and a lot of us have played out unhealthy patterns. Forgive yourself. You're recognizing them, and now you're growing. There's growth for you, Aries. You love yourself. You have boundaries. Maybe in the past you didn't. I think that you will see some of your unhealthy patterns. Expect to feel some feelings of regret, but I see you just disconnecting and relaxing. Some of you will be spending time with a pet or a cat, and you will release. You're letting it go. You're letting it go. We're going to put that there. And you're on the right path. You're on the right path now. This growth and this boundaries and this self-love is the right path. But it is stressful for you. It's making you anxious. I also think with the Seven of Swords, I feel like this is you getting out of a situation that you don't want to be in. I'm going to take my shit and go. I know things now, and I don't need to confront anybody. I just need to leave. And it's stressful for you to do that. I feel like there's situations you feel like you can't be a part of right now. This is, I have to act upon my own behalf. It may be making you feel kind of guilty, but that's what you feel like you have to do. Watch out for feelings of shame. Just work through them. Just disconnect and relax. Just know that you're on the right path, especially with the self-love and the boundaries. I'm feeling so much light work, and that's what happens when you go through a dark night of the soul. As you come out of it, I feel like you guys are more than halfway through it because now you're seeing some things that you haven't. From the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, Phoenix, Transmutation, and Dragon, Power, Storm Spirit, Chaos. There is chaos all around you, acceptance, but freedom. Okay, you're freeing yourself from something by accepting that there is chaos around you that you can either choose to be a part of or you can get away from. I think you're radically accepting some things that you can't change. This will create chaos, maybe in your mind. I think that there's chaos going on around you, but you're too busy becoming powerful, Aries, and you're turning knowledge into wisdom. Yeah, out of the ashes, the phoenix will rise. And I can see it here because we've got the Hermit. So, recent past for you, the High Priestess, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Devil. Aries, in the recent past, some of you were spending way too much time alone. You might have been sitting too much. Your health might have gotten a little out of whack for you as well. Some of you had an injury. Maybe you were struggling to move around a lot. I think you were spending a lot of time alone. I think you felt somewhat secluded. I also think that you were listening to your intuition, though, and trying to mind your own business because there was something around you that was unhealthy. You may have been a part of it. You might have been engaging in it. Could have just been a Capricorn. Poor Capricorn, their card's the devil. When I read for them, I read it differently. It could have just been a Cap, but I feel like there was something unhealthy for you. You didn't know what to say either. But I clarified the devil because that can be just about anything. The Eight of Cups, you're trying to turn your back on this. You turned your back on it, right? The Knight of Pentacles, it was hard to move on, and it still is. But the Hangman, you know that there's something you have to surrender. You're trying to let it go. You cannot unsee what you have seen. And that happened in the recent past. Hard to walk away, slow to walk away, but you see that this isn't a good situation for you to put yourself in. Some of you struggled maybe with some obsessive racing thoughts, but you've walked away from that stuff. Whatever it is that was the devil for you, you tried hard to walk away. It was just hard though. And I see you right now trying to move forward. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself some time. Okay, Aries, give yourself some time. Because right now you're the Hermit, Virgo energy, searching your soul. Well, you're kind of moving beyond the High Priestess energy where she's quiet. There's something she doesn't trust or she's curious about. Her intuition is tickled about something. She's listening to it, her intuition. She has a hard time opening up and talking about or discussing what she sees. Some of you didn't like your job either, but you were stuck. But now you're not looking outside of yourself. You're doing self-reflection and self-analysis. Still spending some time alone here. Watch out for isolation. Watch out for isolation. You may be afraid to come out of an isolation. Although with the Knight of Wands here, some of you really want to. You'd like some excitement in your life. But with the Four of Cups, I think you're having like a general malaise at the moment. You're not really sure how you feel. You're not really sure what you want. You might have this one person or this one situation on your mind. There's these three cups in front of you. You don't really know what you want. Spirit might be trying to hand you a cup to pull you out of your shell a little bit. Strength is here, Leo. You do hold back. But I was like, okay, they might be mustering up the courage to do something or to deal with something. Strength only comes when it's called for, right? You know, you kind of got to be the HR department in your own life. And I was like, okay, well, what strength? And I got the Fool. There you are, the Three of Cups and Temperance. Okay, some of you are trying to kind of come out of a shell of some kind in the middle of the month. You're like, I feel like some of you are like stepping back into dating, or like, I just heard someone say, all right, I'm going to join that book club or that club that I saw at yoga class, or I am going to try dating. Some of you might date a Sag or a Leo. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to spend time with friends. I do feel like Temperance is an angel divinely guiding you and protecting you as you step into some fun new experiences. It'll, I think, be kind of a breath of fresh air for you after some stuff that you've been processing that looked difficult for you recently. Some of you gave up a bad habit or an unhealthy pattern for sure. It's been hard. You see your part in it now. Also, that one of your guides said to tell you this isn't your fault. You just keep walking away, move towards new experiences. I do think a part of you does struggle with that, though, with Temperance. It's like, Temperance, look how Temperance is giving the Three of Cups the cold shoulder. Part of you is like, I want to get out there. I want to do X, Y, or Z. And then the other part of you is like, oh, that's beneath me. Yeah, like, or it's just hard for you to really open up. But you will be patient. You will determine the purpose of whatever you're doing moving forward. Right now, you're trying. I see you trying. I see you trying. Look, you've done a lot of growing recently. You love yourself. You know, you love yourself. You're protected. You do have good boundaries now. If you want to go out there and date or try something new or have fun, just know that you're on the right path. Continue to let go of the old stuff and give yourself permission to get out there. And Aries loves the beginning of anything. You love the Fool. You love the Ace of Wands. Starting something new or trying something new, recapturing that playful authenticity would probably do you a world of good, because some of you were isolating before. I think you're really trying to think about it. But in the near future, there's some other stuff going on that may trigger you. This may have to do with family. This may be going on in the neighborhood. You also, like in your community and your neighborhood with extended family, I also think that some of you might be caught in between a couple that is fighting. One or both of them may have a drinking problem, and you don't want anything to do with that. That's very specific, though. I feel like for some of you, this is extended family bullshit, because in the near future, I'm like, oh, it's like something's going to maybe trigger them and hold them back a little bit. The Five of Wands, tussling, competitiveness. This could also be like just people like arguing in the yard or something, or kids playing a game. The Nine of Wands, you're not liking being around this. You won't like being around it. In the Queen of Cups, if this is you, it makes you feel like, just emotional. So it's like, yeah, this is like, I literally want nothing to do with you crazy people, or whatever it is you're doing. This doesn't look fun for me. I'm totally out of this battle. I was like, who's this? What is this? And I got the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the King of Cups. Is this your drunk uncle or brother-in-law that just drives you crazy? Somebody might drink a little too much, and it'll cause some kind of a tussle. Okay, this could be family. They may actually enjoy this. Someone might rub it in your nose as well. It could be a water sign. But there's tension in their world or with them. This could be a family member or a person that drinks. And then this Queen of Cups is what we're ending on. Again, this really could be you, but this could also be something in your environment that you feel kind of stuck in between and you don't like it. You don't know how to deal with it. Have good boundaries. Aries, you don't have to get involved with anyone or anything that dysregulates you, that reminds you of shit from your past, that stresses you out. Yeah. This may also just be some random guy that you're dating. He invites you to some event. You may run into his family there and you're like, this isn't my scene. It could be any number of scenarios, but some of you will end up feeling like the Queen of Cups. Now, I don't mind the Queen of Cups. Maybe you have water in your chart, but she always looks so damn sad in this deck. I clarified it, and I have the Devil, the Three of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe you're not quite ready yet. Because when I get the Queen of Cups and the Devil with the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, and the Wheel of Fortune, cycles and the patterns, recognize the patterns that are unhealthy, that break your heart, that have been happening over and over and over again. Just recognize them. You're amazing and awesome for recognizing them, Aries. You know, I read for people who do this shit and they don't even care. They either don't know it at all or they know it, but they can't help themselves and they don't care. It doesn't happen to me a lot, but I have read for a few people. When they come out as like the King or Queen of Cups and the Devil, I'm like, oh gosh, that could be like codependency or depression or anxiety, or it's just really time to take care of yourself. Heal this pessimism and this heartbreak. Work through any fears, insecurities, unhealthy patterns, anything you're chained and bound to that you don't enjoy, not in a fun way, and address the patterns. I do not see you engaging. You just may feel like, God, I keep running into this. Why does this keep happening? You do have the strength to do something new and different. You really do, because you've transmuted so much knowledge and turned it into wisdom, and the power within you is gaining. You are gaining power. Look how this dragon has put the moon, or like this orb, on her. I just realized I've never noticed it before. There's a woman here, and for whatever reason, she almost looks like she's injured, and the dragon is healing her. It's like healing power. He's healing a wound for her. I feel like there are guides around you, angels walking with you that are trying to help you heal. And believe in yourself. Believe that you're on the right path now. Believe that your good boundaries are in place now. That you can just relax and disconnect and let go of this other stuff. You are going in the right direction. Everything you're going through. And I think that you're recognizing chaos around you. That previously, like, you didn't accept it before. But you are moving towards this place of acceptance, and now you will have freedom. The next phase will be a purification. In August, I see it's about purifying yourself and getting rid of this chaos, which just looks kind of like, what the hell is going on around them that makes them feel like this? Like, I think you're going to see it. And I don't really think that you'll necessarily be tested. You'll just bear witness to it. But you saw it in the past, and you can't unsee it now. It was a situation that you were in, that you were kind of hung up in, stuck in. I think you isolated yourself too. And now I think that you want to come out, but you don't have to step out into this. This prediction doesn't need to come true for you, okay, if you can just avoid it. But you might not be able to completely avoid it. You just have to have your boundaries up. If you can keep your boundaries up and like tolerate the stress and work through it and just get out of this situation, you will move forward. It's giving you strength. It really is. This is tough, but just know that you are going in the right direction now, Aries. I think you're recognizing all this stuff. Be patient with yourself moving into new things, because there's a lot of negative stuff going on around you that you just have to protect yourself from and continue to move away from, because it's too stressful. You deserve better than to feel this way. Who's making you feel this way? I just want to like find them and say, leave my Aries alone. Don't mess with my Aries, man. All right, Aries, so that's mid-July. A lot of personal growth, a lot of intense situations bringing about enlightenment and spiritual growth. Just continue to breathe through it. You've got this. You're on the right path. I believe in you, Aries. I truly do. I'm always listening to the universe for you, my dear Aries. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.